Yeah, looks perfect.
Change the spot, right? No, no, it's still flat. Too hard. No. Just on that way. I don't need to put it there. So. This is actually this I don't move, but the phone every time. Oh, you don't move that. This I don't. Thank you. Yeah. Very sweet of you. Oh, you have moved this way. Oh, it's not center. The phone is not centered? Yeah, because it's like when it's centered, I see. Yeah, because then I see this in the camera. Okay. That's why I put the camera a little bit. Yeah, so you did the same? Yeah. Okay. But you just check just in case I'm here. And you tell me that one. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I do it off and on. Okay. I heard you talking. Exactly. I got COVID here last year. Oh, okay. I'll also bring it. Shamini, you please make the chair straight. I will. The chair. Thank you. I didn't go up, so.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello. Oh.
I didn't follow what you're saying. What is it?
Someone will ask a question.
Yeah, the questions must be somewhere.
There you go.
Okay.
But if someone will ask you the mic, if you could.
Ah, okay, okay. Bring me the questions.
Next to you.
Oh, here, okay. I'll come. Come in front. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is called Satsang, an informal time of being together and asking FAQs, or maybe not FAQs, doesn't matter. So we'll start with a bhajan, provided somebody can sing. Anybody can sing? Anybody would like to offer a bhajan? Everybody is looking elsewhere. Come, do one dhun. There is a mic there. You can sit right there on the stage, yeah. And then you can.
So this is repetition of the 4 words that we keep on doing it in different repeats. Shiva Shiva Shambho Hara Hara Mahadev. 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 धन्यवाद.
No, thank you. I always shuffle the questions. Otherwise, people who put it last will say, we'll get it first. Not necessarily. Nicely shuffled. Let us see. Why so many texts are needed to talk about Atma? It looks like same definition of Atma is told in so many texts. Look at our situation. Even after so many texts. Need I complete the sentence? No need. Even after so many texts, we still don't understand. That means what? There is a problem. There is an elephant in the room. And that elephant is, name of the elephant is Anyatha Jnanam, not Ajnanam. Ajnanam even animal has. But the animal is better off than we are. Most of the time it doesn't complain, see? And most of the time, as long as it does not find itself between two slices of bread, it is happy. It's allowed to live. It's allowed to have a baby. It's allowed to live its life. It seems to be much happier than humankind. And it is therefore not ajnanam. Even the dog has ajnanam, cat has ajnanam. But it's only the human mind that is where the Chaitanyam is not inhibited by programming, utterly unprogrammed Chaitanyam. Truly uninhibited way it shines, the will is therefore free. It is both a blessing and not a blessing. Both a blessing and a challenge. The blessing is that I am free. The challenge is that I am free enough to have complexes centered on the self. This is anyatha jnanam. Mistaking the rope for what? Snake. That's why it's called aropa. Mistaking the rope for the snake. Now in the rope snake story, we have to pay very close attention to the time of the day in which the example takes place. What is the time of the day? Twilight. Very good. Because if it is at noon, I will not mistake the rope for anything. I will see that it is a rope. I'll see the rope for what it is, not for what it is not. Why not put the example in the dead of the night, pitch dark? I neither see rope nor see snake. In twilight, I see something. I don't know what it is. Something which has suspiciously 3 bends. And I mistake that for snake. Where is the snake? In my head, in the form of fears. There is a snake. And therefore, I mistake that rope for the snake. The rope is mistaken because of low light condition. In the example, in the Darshtanta, in what is exemplified, the rope is the Adhishthana, I, Atma. And the snake is Anyatha Jnanam Adhyasa, Aropa. When the Adhishthana is unknown, on an unknown Adhishthana, I cannot project anything. On a totally known Adhishthana, if I know the I as Satchidananda, then also I cannot project anything. When does the project happen? The projection happens when the Adhishthana is somewhat known. Just like the I is somewhat known. Are you here? If I ask the question, there is a silence, but after the silence, people do say, yes, I guess. I guess I'm here. Yes. So that means what? The I is known. Are you here? Yes. Do you exist? Yes. But don't ask the next question. Who are you? Who am I? Don't ask. If you ask, who are you? Then what will happen? All kinds of wrong things will come out. Sad things will come out. Not how are you? Who are you? My parents called me a donkey. That will come out. But I behave more like a monkey. That will also come out. Nobody loves me. This is all notions. That's why I also don't love them. Notion. Everybody misunderstands me. Do you understand other people? I guess not. I also misunderstand them. These are all notions. The notions have a way of sneaking into the makeup of the I because the I is partially known. I cannot say I don't exist, yet I cannot say that I know full well my nature. This is why we need Shatakoti Granthaha. Hundreds of crores of treatises on the Atma are not enough. This is the main reason. The ignorance sits differently in the cow, in the dog, in the cat. The cow cannot have a cow, only the human being has a cow. To have a cow means have a lot of issues. And so, therefore we need as many texts as we can get. That's the first reason. Second reason, the scholars and the pandits and the saints who write about the Atma in various prakarana granthas, manana granthas, nididhyasana granthas, contemplative works, and works designed to remove doubts, works which shed the light on the Upanishads and reveal the pedagogy of how the I must be understood. All these works, you know why they write? They write for their own clarity as much as to share with others. Not Adi Shankara, not people of his caliber, but many people write so that in the writing, see, when you teach, all the glaring holes come out. Yes, Pujya Swamiji would always say, after immersing in the knowledge for some time, catch hold of a few unsuspecting mortals, make them sit down and start to teach. Who are you helping? Not them. Thank them for coming and sitting. Even if they come and sleep, it's okay. Thank them. Who are you helping? Yourself. So teaching also removes certain, wrong notions and the holes and the lack of clarity in certain areas. We think we understand, and not that we think we understand, we do understand. But understanding is one thing and articulation is quite another, is it not? You understand. When you go out of this hall and then people say to you, loved one's phone, they are not here, you just came, and then you tell them, I'm enjoying the camp, and then they will ask, what are you studying? What did you study in the class today? Oh, lots of things. No, give me some example. Okay, it doesn't matter whole day. Today, in the evening class, what did you study? You know the evening class. You had many aha moments because you let yourself have them. And then but you just go, I think it's something you should experience yourself. Why don't you come here next time? You become very diplomatic. So that shows, it's not that one doesn't understand. There is the bridge between understanding and articulation is a bridge that really makes the understanding go deeper into an assimilation. So even if you share informally with people you know, that also helps the understanding. And you know exactly where there are gaps, where there are holes, where some patchwork is needed. So the writers would say, I'm writing this Atma Shuddhaye for my own purification, for my own clarity. We also teach for our own clarity. I'm so happy that all of you are here because I can, as a result, you're allowing me the wonderful fortune of being able to share what I learnt from my teacher about this text with you. That is how I look at it. So that's the second reason that there are so many works on Vedanta, because the writers themselves take this magnum opus, very huge works. There is one called Bodhasara, thousands and thousands of verses. All for the sake of sharing, but the pressure to share is not there. There is no pressure. They're just that one's own clarity grows. That's why they write. It's a different form of engagement. Teaching is more of a public form of engagement. Writing is more of a private form of engagement that later becomes public when the works are read and enjoyed. That's the second reason why there are so many treatises about the Atma. Third reason, even why treatises, even Upanishads, so many Upanishads. Same A for Atma, B for Brahman, C for Chit, D for Dharma. Same thing. Why do we need so many texts? The third reason is that the same ignorance sits differently in various heads. What does that mean? Because of one's own background, because of one's own issues. The ignorance is the same, samanya, but it has a vishesha component. What is samanya is that I have self-ignorance, samanya, universal. But then it has a particular articulation in each head. Depending upon one's background, depending upon one's culture, depending upon one's unconscious mind, so many things. So there are certain blockages which are specific. There are certain blockages which are general. The Upanishads and even the texts of Vedanta have a two-pronged approach from the standpoint of human emotions. Some of them talk of shoka nivritti, the removal of sorrow. Sorrow removal is their business. And in this example, we can add Chandogya Upanishad, chapter 7, which we have been talking about, aka Bhuma Vidya. Because what is the catchphrase there? Atmavit Shokam Tarati. The knower of the eye crosses sorrow. Right? So it's a sorrow removal. Because what does Narada say to Sanat Kumara? Soham Bhagavaha Shochami. I am a sad little being. Or so I think. Even though I know so much, I still grieve. This is Narada's problem. It's also Arjuna's problem. That's why the teaching, when it begins in the 11th verse of the 2nd chapter, where very blandly Arjuna is told by the Lord, Ashochyananvashochastvam, you are grieving over that which does not deserve grief. Only, what can you grieve about? Does Atma, which is free, can you grieve about Atma? No. Because Atma doesn't deserve grief. Atma is not coming to an end. Why will you grieve over Atma, which is Satchidananda Lakshana? The grief cannot be centered on I, Atma. Oh, that's easy. The grief is centered on Anatma. Anatma cannot be the cause of grief because why? It is as good as non-existent. Because it is totally enjoys a dependent existence on Atma. This is what is elaborated in the next 18 chapters, 17 chapters, and then ultimately, ma shuchaha, ma ashuchaha, do not grieve. So this is also a grief removal based approach. Then we have the Taittiriya Upanishad and the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, which are fear removal based approaches. Bhaya. Udaram antaram kurute athatasya bhayam bhavati. Abhayam pratishtham vindate athaso bhayangato bhavati. Here you will not encounter sorrow because the topic is fear. And sorrow and fear are primal emotions which basically overpower the I and make one forget what one knows. Because in the clutches of this pseudo fear and the pseudo sorrow, one suffers as it were. So this is broadly the approach. You see, there is already a difference. Some people are more panicky. Some people are more weepy. So, for the weepy people, what do? Direct them to Chandogya, Bhagavad Gita. For the panicky people, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad. Like this we can do. Then again there are some subsections in the sense that the same Atma is called by different names. Bhuma. Why should it be called Bhuma? As I said, it's a wake-up call. You wake up suddenly, oh, have I missed anything? I know Atma, but what is this Bhuma? I better listen. And when you listen, you are no longer jaded. The ahankara is the sneakiest thing on earth. I notion. And it convinces you of many things. It convinces you, first of all, Vedanta is a waste of time. Second, been there, done that. Number 3, how many retreats will you take? What happened when you took the last retreat? Oh, I was very happy. Yes, you were euphoric for some time. But then after that, what happened? The same phobias, the same things came back. And the ahankara will try to convince you. How many people get moksha? Come on. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. Out of thousands of beings, only one strives for moksha. And out of the 1,000 people who are striving correctly, only one gets me. OMG, if that's not a downer, 1/3 of the way into the text, I don't know what is. But that's a misinterpretation. That's not what Lord Krishna's aim was. Lord Krishna's aim was to make you feel good, not bad. He was trying to tell us that you are among those thousands, you are among the thousands of people who have chosen to know me through the study of the Bhagavad Gita. It was to make us feel special. But look at what we do. We make even the special moments unspecial. So, because there is such a rampant self-sabotage. Self-sabotage means I come in my own way, of my own clarity, of my own enlightenment, if you can call it that, of my own self-knowledge. I refuse to be taught. Morning I am teachable, afternoon something happens and I refuse to be taught. I sit this way so that I need not hear. I have so many ways of blocking the teachings out. And I have some wares. I have a whole basket full of tricks. The Ahankara has a basket full of tricks. Been there, done that. Why do you need this? How do you think you will get this? Okay, I'll listen, but actually I'm not listening. I'll just make sure to sabotage myself so that I rehearse the distress rather than reverse the distress. The point of Vedanta is to reverse the distress, but what do I end up doing? Rehearsing the distress again and again by coming in the way. That's why out of great compassion, all the writers write to get us out of this doldrum called samsara. What is the definition of samsara? Some sorrow or the other. Next one. As a knowing being, we can say A, I know what I know. B, I know what I do not know. And from that, A plus B, they know everything. Then what about C? What is C? Let's see. I don't know what I don't know. Unknown unknowns. There is no such thing. You see, there is no C. Yeah. Because if you don't know, you won't say I don't know. If you don't know, that means you know. Funny, isn't it? But it's true. If I say I don't know what I don't know, there is no such thing. Because you don't know. There's only two options. I know what I know what I do not know. That's all. Nothing exists outside of you. But nice try. Very good. No such thing exists. Not possible to say that with a straight face. Try it. How to decide without rethinking our decisions? Can you please advise on how to maintain clarity, especially when we are blessed with too many options to choose from? How to tune into Bhagavan's flow and will? How to decide without rethinking the decisions? This rethinking is a sickness, really. Because that shows that there is self-doubt. That's all it is. It's just the sickness of samsara. Everybody has it. As long as one is in samsara, I will guess, I will second guess, I will third guess and fourth guess myself. And this symptom of second guessing, third guessing myself is connected with another condition called by teenagers and young adults as FOMO. What is FOMO? Fear of missing out. Oh, what if I made the wrong choice? Make the wrong choice. So what? Oh, the other thing will go away. Let it go away. Oh, but then what was it? I don't know. Okay, leave this and do that. Go there. No, 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 but then this will go. Let this go. Because you are interested in that. No, 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 how can I do that? Okay, be in the middle. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Be in the middle and don't make a decision. Everybody is becoming that. We have a decision paralysis, it is called. Because of this self-doubt with a little dash of FOMO. This is all we need. Recipe for decision paralysis, self-doubt and FOMO mixed in together, simmered on medium heat. This is what it is. And then we are interested to know what Bhagavan thinks and how to go with the flow. To go with the flow, we have to see that there is only one flow. If I have my own flow, then Bhagavan's flow will not be seen. Because I'll keep on trying to bring some water and nourish my drying flow. Oh, this dried up, okay. Pump it up, do some more things. Go here, go there, get this, get that, get this going. As long as there is too much of me, Ishvara's will never be. Ishvara's will become won't. Yeah, there is no will, there is only won't. And so I have to drop my own agenda. For that, a lot of emotional maturity is required. This doesn't mean that I have to become desireless. No. I can have desires, but I am flexible in the face of my desire not being fulfilled. When my desire remains unfulfilled, how do I behave? This is the test of emotional growth. Can I command the same equanimity? Can my face be wreathed in smiles just as when my desires are being fulfilled? If I lose it, when I don't get what I want, and when I don't have my life exactly as I want, it's a wake-up call to think about this. Oh, but I want it a certain way. Go ahead, have it a certain way, but I can't. Okay, that means there is some other force that's coming in the way. This is exactly Arjuna's question in the 36th verse of the 3rd chapter. Athakena prayuktena papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Oh Krishna, out of what compulsion? Kena prayuktena, compelled, impelled by what force? By whom? The person goes, papam charati here we can take, person goes away from the flow of Bhagavan, which is dharma. Person is not in tandem with the universal flow. Even as it concerns with the flow and the movement of my own life, there is a flow. Why do I go away from it? Oh Krishna, why do people go away from it even if they don't want to? Anichannapi, even if they don't desire to. As though, baladiva, as though by force, niyojitaha, something has been arranged to hijack this person from going with the flow. And the Lord replies, same thing he had said in chapter 2. What else will he say? That's why we need so many chapters in the Bhagavad Gita, so many treatises on the Atma. There is a forgetting. Because there is a block, a resistance, if one will, that needs to be loved up and integrated. So, Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma Vidhi enam vairinam. Kama, unbridled, binding wants. And what do they do to me? They take me away. Haranti prasabham manaha, elsewhere in the 6th chapter. It says, forcibly they take away me, the ahankara, the mind, etc. And they are born of rajas. Kama, when my desire does not get fulfilled, I get angry. See, this is the source of anger. Anger comes when my desire or what I want has been thwarted. But that thwarting agent may not be who you think it is. May not be the neighbor, the idiotic neighbor you think. Or this person, or this other person. No. It is Bhagavan. Because everything is Bhagavan. We saw this. It is Bhagavan. It is not that somebody is constricting coming in the way of my desires. My own karma, which is again, my own karma is what? Bhagavan. My own karma is coming in the way of fulfilling this desire. And I have to be patient. I have to be able to see this. I have to let it go. I have to let it be. And he calls this kama and krodha mahashanaha, means a person with limitless appetite. The kama will keep on saying, give me more desires. Yes, give me more, I want more, but I just fulfilled one desire. Doesn't matter, I have 10 more. Krodha also, what happens? It's a self-lit flame which keeps on becoming a conflagration. It's born of rajas. Mahashanaha mahapapma. They make me do wrong things. They create in me a pressure to go against dharma. And then at the end of the chapter he says, Jahi Shatrum Mahabaho Kamarupam Durasadam. Forget the enemy on the battlefield. These are the inner enemies. Raga, Dvesha, Kama, Krodha. Conquer them first, he says. Mahabaho, used sarcastically. Oh, you mighty armed ambidextrous one. You can throw the arrows with the left hand as well as with the right hand. These mighty arms are not going to help you grow emotionally and to conquer the raga and dveshas. For that, a different kind of armament is needed. That is Vedanta. That is why when the kama and the krodha subsides, you will be in Bhagavan's flow effortlessly. Blank. That means I can make up the question. Can you shed more light on the time period and conditions when Adi Shankara brought clarity to dharma? Yeah, it was confusing. There were too many matas. And even if we look at Buddhism, there were so many shades of Buddhism. Madhyamika. And then there was Kshanikavada. Madhyamika, so many different things. And if we are not clear about what Vedanta is, very easily we can fall into the trap of agreeing with everyone else. Not that we shouldn't agree with people, but a lot of things sound like Vedanta and one gets very excited until one reads closely and finds, danger zone. That's why when in long-term courses, like 3.5-year courses in India, in our ashrams, when Pujya Swamiji used to conduct them, he would not allow any of the students to read anything other than other than what was on the syllabus. Whatever he had chosen was to be read. And somebody brought this huge book, Yoga Vasishtha, to him one day. And then they gave the book to him and said, bless it to us, bless it and give it back to us, Swamiji. We are going to start study of this. He looked at it, he looked at the pages, nodded his head and kept it for himself, would not give it back. And those brahmacharis standing there waiting to receive the book. And then he said, go, dinner time, go have dinner. And then he said to me, this is not to be read right now. Because everything is very, it's not wrong, it's not a wrong book. But in the nascent stages of the knowledge, the terminology may be different. And the sadhana is very, very strict. Here people can barely follow the ashram rules. And then there it says subsist on 1 meal a week and all these things. And then how? They will be neither here nor there. It's called ubhaya bhrashta. So, therefore, this kind of a discipline, this kind of being, this kind of a disciplined clarity Adi Shankara had. He was relentless in his writings, very, very clear. If you know Sanskrit, you can just easily make out the words of the bhashya. And if you have been taught, you can, 4 or 5 bhashyas if you have studied, then the others you can read and understand yourself. It's beautiful. And the clarity just glows. And he had what is called a kind of what is that called? Bringing together, for lack of a better word, I can't think of a better word right now. Bringing together all this vast compendium of the Shastra, the Upanishads, the Prakarana Granthas, Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita, it was all in his head. And if he saw one expression that reminded him of the Upanishads, he would immediately quote. A very apt quote. When he quotes, we have to get up, stand up and think, because it's an important moment. So, as rigorous as he was, rigorous because he had a mission of this khandanam of dvaita, duality. Khandanam means the total critique. Duality was reduced to a threadbare, like the jeans the teenagers wear. More holes than fabric. Duality is full of holes. And that's what was brought out by him. And the dharma was in peril because people did not know whether they had to worship, whether they had to leave everything, what to do, how to do, full of superstitions, rampant. And he codified everything. Codified even this worship that people do at home, which was getting difficult, more and more difficult, because as people came further and further away from the Veda, they did not know what to do and how to do this in the house. Yajnas were being dropped because they didn't know how to do this. So he codified it into a very simple Panchayatana Puja. Just keep 5 stones and then invoke Shiva, Parvati, Ganesha, everything in that, and then worship. Very simple worship. Beautiful. Then over on the Jnana Kanda side, the side of the Upanishads and everything, there also he codified everything very, very easily. How this knowledge should be portrayed, who is the beneficiary of this, who is the adhikari, what is the subject matter, and what is the effect of this knowledge. All this was very nicely codified in all these commentaries that he wrote. Made it very, very clear. The choices were clear, the picture was very, very clear. And he codified also the sannyasa. Before that, there was no ritual. You had a debate with somebody, and that person lost to you, and then that fellow started following you around. Why? Because he or she became your shishya. And then you would just take one set of your clothes, and when they did namaskar, throw it on them. That was sannyasa. We see this. Many times the name wasn't changed. Shankara was his name, it wasn't changed after sannyasa. He codified this into 10 orders, Dashanami orders, with giving the last name as various either deities or some part of nature. Sagara, Vana, Aranya, and then Bharati, Saraswati, Puri, and then Tirtha, Giri. 2 more I need. Ashrama. 1 more. Sagara, Tirtha. You can Google it tomorrow and let me know. 9 out of 10 is not bad. Yeah. So he codified the sannyasa and different kinds of sannyasis, everything. He just made it very, very clear. He said I'm not doing this. The Veda had already done this. We have come far away from this. The Veda already made a distinction between Vividisha sannyasa, the sannyasa that is taken in order to study full time. Vividisha, Veditum, Ichha. And then Vidvat sannyasa, the sannyasa that is taken because one really has no interest in anything because one is already full and free. Doesn't want to live at home. Simple. So, like this was made it very, very helpful and streamlined. To this day we follow all that. Parvata, yes, very good. 10 out of 10. Next time don't Google while in class. Please explain how bhakti is vital on the path to Advaita even though bhakti is dualistic. The text itself will explain, but briefly we can say, without bhakti there is no mukti. What is bhakti? Duality means everywhere there is duality. Even study is duality. Guru, Shishya, Shastra, there is duality. So, bhakti is in a way the last frontier of duality. One of the last frontiers of duality. Because I make my relationship with the Lord, I make it come alive. I bring it alive. This is the place for me to talk to Bhagavan. And talking to Bhagavan means, even though it looks mad, but really there is something important here. It makes it into super therapy. If you go to a therapist, a marriage counselor, one day they don't come. Oh, what happened? My marriage is in trouble. The therapist himself may have some problems. After all, human. But Bhagavan, there is no such problem. Always smiling, one hand raised in this mudra of Abhaya. Don't fear, I am here. And even if you abuse Bhagavan, still smiles. What were you thinking? Who can have all these problems in life except me? Still smiling. The goddess is still smiling. And in a way, after all that venting and that heart-wrenching sharing, and the last place where one can lay one's head and not worry about offending Bhagavan, for us there is no blasphemy. This itself is a prayer. Even if you call Bhagavan Drape, Andhasaspate, Daridraha, like this, it is still a prayer. Because it's a prayer, because you're relating. And there is a transformation happening. And what is that transformation? The I who thinks of itself as limited is invoking the limitless and merging in the limitless through in an ocean of tears, dissolving into the limitless. So when the limited, the one who thinks of oneself as limited, dissolves in the limitless, what is there? Only limitless. There is antahkarana shuddhi. I learn not to blame myself for others. That is the first condition for Atmajnanam. I stop blaming myself, I stop blaming others. Very important. When we are talking about the drama, about objectifying and being objectified, what does that mean? Objectify means I take the body to be myself. Body is an object, it's not the subject. That is what it means to objectify. I objectify my own body-mind-sense complex. I objectify other people's body-mind-sense complex. That's what I relate to. I relate to anatma. That is the drama called samsara. That's what I meant. I thought that by removing wrong identification, Atma becomes obvious. Today I understand that, today I heard that it's only the first level of undertaking. Then do I continue removing wrong identification while contemplating on anatma has no being outside of Atma? Yes, exactly. How to move forward. Yeah. See, wrong identification is important. That is in fact the teaching. Removing wrong identification is the teaching, definitely. Wrong identifications means Atma, Anatma distinction is made. But then again, if we believe in this distinction and live with this distinction, we are propagating one more duality. Between Atma and Anatma, there is a duality. There is no place for duality here, even conceptually. Everything has to be swallowed up. And so, seeing everything as mithya, when we'll talk about that, is key to this. Is key to this because I see that anatma does not enjoy the same status as I. I, revealer. Anatma, revealed. Revealer, revealed status cannot be both of them. That which is the revealer, the illuminer, and that which is the illumined cannot enjoy the same order of reality. How is that possible? Because it's a one-way relationship. The illuminer is always the illuminer, and the illumined is always the illumined. Illumined can never become the illuminer. The revealed can never become the revealer. So there is no give and take, there is no codependency. It's a one-way relationship. So that which is the revealer, the content, the nature of the revealer is such that that consciousness, that Chaitanyam supports the revealer, and that Chaitanyam also morphs into that which is revealed while being neither. Itself is neither revealer nor revealed, but in this relationship of Atma and Anatma, it supports the revealer and supports the revealed, just like the ocean may have 2 or 3 waves and it will support the waves. One wave is called Jnata, knower. Another wave is called Jnaya, to be known. Third wave is called Jnanam, that which bridges the knower and the known, the subject and the object. And what is that? Eyes. Maybe I'm looking at something. Sight, means of knowledge. That's the third wave. So each of these waves come from the ocean, are sustained by the ocean and get resolved into the ocean. Every wave is non-separate from the ocean, but the ocean is not the wave. Exactly here. That same Chaitanyam supports the Atma, supports or blesses the Anatma to come to light, and blesses the means of knowledge that joins the Atma to the Anatma without being any of the above. This is knowledge. It sounds simple, but to abide in it takes time. It takes time to let go of the blocks. It sounds simple because immediately there is a knowing and there is an understanding. But sometimes that understanding is eroded by what one sees in the everyday. What one sees means so many things that can disturb one's tranquility. And all that has to allow to go. And when the mind is tranquil, when the raga dveshas goes to sleep, then the Vedanta starts to speak, not until then. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritangamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Somebody can make this disappear so it doesn't get mixed up with tomorrow's questions. Thank you.